All right. Am I unmuted? Yes. So welcome back, everyone. I hope you had the enough time for 10-6. And as I said, you'll have to come here to know what 10-6 is. So, so now we're going to the, hang on a second here. Royal Decree number 59, which is Canadian nationals can fish across the Kingdom of Canada waters without a license. Okay. Where's my piece of paper here? Oh, there you go. Anyone would like to speak to that? All right. Who loves seafood here? I do. Okay. Her Excellency Deborah, His Excellency Yves Fortier. Okay. Who else had their hands up?
Thank you,
no
Your Royal Majesty.
Seafood here?
Thank you,
His
Majesty.
Excellency Michael. You're welcome.
Here you are again, giving the natural resources back to the people. It's a very grand declaration and a very grand royal decree. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Well, it is theirs. It should have never been taken, so I'm simply returning what is theirs. Thank you. Okay. His Excellency Yves.
Okay, thank you. I was shocked when I heard the price of the license for fishery when we were on travel, and well, 1 million for fishery license. It was wow, incredible. So it would be great with this decree. Thank you.
Your Excellency, that was 2 million, not 1 million for the license to fish. I think that was commercial fishing. Yes. So apparently, before you can even start a business in the fishing industry, you had to be a multi-millionaire. Wow. Okay. Next, we have.
I have Her Excellency Deep Coming Soul.
Okay, I have His Excellency Michael, and then Her Excellency Deep Coming Soul, and then Cecilia. Her Excellency Deep. Okay. Your Excellency Michael, I think you'll have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Thank you, Steve. I would just like to remind we the people of the Kingdom of Canada, the old system government, properties and geographic land use. Number one was Fisheries and Oceans Canada occupied 5,479 buildings across the Kingdom of Canada. And we could go down that list, but we have talked about it on QRTRV World News. And I would just like to say that those buildings will be reclaimed for we the people's housing. That's 5,479 buildings for just the Department of Fisheries and Oceans alone. So we'll be looking forward to evicting those former old system people.
Correct.
Thank you, Majesty.
You're welcome. Next is Her Excellency Deep Coming Soul and Her Excellency Cecilia, who had their hand up first. Who wants to go first?
Deep Coming Soul.
Okay, Deep Coming Soul. All right.
So we have here Her Excellency, Her Majesty, Her Majesty, so we are given the freedom to the fish and the oceans for our personal consumption or for a living income. So here again, there goes the shackles removed. And I love that no fishing license is required.
Yes.
Why would you need, and if you understand, all licenses are pretty much void because you don't need a license for what belongs to you already. So there's the kakistocracy on that. And I like the boldness. Fire upon any and all foreign fishing vessels.
Yes. Because they too, they have their own oceans to fish. And really, there was, which I had struck out, I had removed, there was a privilege given to the minister, this is in the old system, given to the Minister of Fisheries to issue license to whomsoever the individual minister deemed a favor. So there goes corruption already. So what happens if the license was issued to a foreign vessel, to a foreign entity? This is why I issued the royal decree and ordering our armed forces and special forces to fire upon foreign vessels. We should not have any foreign vessels fishing in our oceans. So, but really, again, as you said, why do you need a license to fish? These licenses were simply issued because this was a cash cow, just like the traffic cameras. Yes? This was a cash cow for the old system, particular agencies. And that kakistocracy has ended. Who else? Her Excellency Cecilia?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I was going to, my family is sport fishermen, many of them, and the number of licenses required, or you cannot get a license to fish in a lot of areas, lakes and streams. They're not allowed to fish in them. I think this will just give so much freedom to we the people across Canada to do what they would like to do with their own resources. And I thank you for freeing them from this kakistocracy. Thank you.
You're welcome. And also, how do you prevent we the people from fishing when they may not be able to afford, thanks to the old systems, kakistocracy, and all of the systems that required money every time the IAMS, the Kingdom of Canada's nationals, turned, there was, oh, you have to pay for that, pay for that, pay for that. How do you stop we the people from fishing when that's the only means they can eat for that day? I think the issue has been that those who were in the corridors of powers and privilege never experienced living a real life where they had to make ends meet. They never took the time to live amongst the ordinary folks across the Kingdom of Canada, nor visited and saw, to even have an ounce of compassion and understanding as to that fish for the day that they catch. That might be the food for one whole week for the entire family. Some may have to stretch that amount of fish so that the family could have a meal for the whole week. So the policies, the laws, the legislations, by the way, legislations apply to the corporation, not we the people. It applied to the parliament, not we the people. It applied to the corporation. Now, with that aside, going back to just having the ounce of compassion. If that was your family struggling to feed the entire family, how would you feel if it was done to your family? And this was what was absent from those individuals who were supposedly working for we the people. 0 ounce of compassion, 0 ounce of understanding, and the policies they developed and voted upon reflected on just how inhumane, or how do you say, when they were desensitized to the needs of we the people. Okay. Who else would like to speak to that? Or should we, Her Excellency Sally Wong, and then we'll go to the next royal decree.
And I'm also very appreciative of the care Your Royal Majesty has taken on how the fishing is done because in Royal Decree number 94, it says drag nets are not allowed. Farmed fishing is okay with veggie or hemp fertilizer. And those drag nets are not allowed specifically because it's better management. You just don't want to catch everything in the drag nets and then have all this trash. And you want to be respectful of the life in the oceans. Thank you.
Yes, not only that, the dragnet really had this very small, it's a fish net that has very small squares to it. So when you drag that across the ocean, and I was fortunate enough when I was in high school in Vancouver, where my biology class, we were able to go to the marine station up in the in British Columbia, where I saw the drag net, because the researcher at that time was we were in this MB Alta. That was the name of the boat we were in with this researcher, and we were dragging. We had this net because he had to catch a specific fish so that he could, and it was very specific species of the fish, and so that he could catch it and then slice it up open, because he was studying the brain of the fish. How many millions do you think was spent on that? And that's when I remember how little the those fish nets, the eyes, so you would literally catch every single thing. And if you're wanting to have a fishing industry thriving, you cannot take the smallest fish from the ocean, because the next season you won't have any. So that's why I had issued that prohibition of the dragnet not being allowed to be used in the fishing industry right across the country. And that's the only thing, because I know it will catch the smallest fish, and we don't want that. Even the crabs or the shrimp, and even the lobsters, they will get caught, and then you'll have nothing the next season or the next year. So we have to, it's part of that management, as Her Excellency Gina Lee had mentioned. It's to do with management of the ocean as well, the fisheries industry. Okay. Her Excellency Darlene.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I also wanted to mention that in your Royal Decree number 59, I hereby order our Armed Forces, Special Forces, Navy Special Forces, U.S. Special Forces, and Allied Forces to fire upon any and all foreign fishing vessels. I recognize that many IAMs didn't even know we had that kind of force in the Kingdom of Canada. So I want to thank you for bringing that knowledge and education to us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, anyone else would like to speak to that, or should we go on to the $750 billion investment in organic